Welcome back, everyone, to Mage Rage for April 2021, where today we are running into week number 3, and it looks like we are starting out right next to some oak trees, so we might as well collect some oak wood to completely fail at using the telekinesis spell, apparently, because what's a week without failing the telekinesis spell at least once, right? Especially when getting a tree. So you got to. Yeah, that time I got it right. All right. Well, not too bad. Let's then just get this last little bit here. Then we could check to see what we have in store. Well, that is the biggest fail ever. All right, there you go. Now, let's see. This is north, all right. Then let's see what we've got here. For our items, we need some berries, so we need to find a taiga of some sort. We need acacia leaves, so we need a savanna, plus of course get some iron. Blue concrete, a cornflower would be handy for that, and of course some stuff, sand and gravel and the like. Carved pumpkin, so we need a pumpkin, which could be anywhere. 7 books, that either means lots of leather or raid a village. Piston, blast furnace, furnace minecart, and some gold. We need a great deal of iron for this one. Great deal of iron, perhaps a good amount of. Oh, there it is. I was wondering, where did that go? All right, I'd say iron is the main thing that we are going to be needing this week. That will be of use. I think what we really need to do is to get along, head on out, and see if we can find anything useful. See, it didn't say anything about mushrooms, did it? Or dark oak? I don't think so. So I think it's time for us to head out and find out what we can get. Now that I think of it, I only need 7 leather. It's a great deal of sugarcane that I'll be needing for that. This is that is what was the item that I need that needed to be dyed? Oh, blue concrete. So I don't need a lily of the valley. Just making sure that I didn't leave that behind when it was a desperate item of need or anything like that. Ah, here we have some water, and I am going to be needing some sand, and it's going to be concrete, right? Oh no, right, it's going to be blue concrete, so I'll need some of that. It'll get some gravel if I could find any. Yeah, here's some gravel. And that'll take care of those 2 components. Now here's the sugar cane. Now let's get over here, sugarcane. And I'm going to be eventually be needing 21 of those in order to get what I want. So that's going to be quite a bit, but not as bad as when I was at first looking at this. For some reason, I sometimes think when I think about a book that requires 3 leather, right? No, it only requires 1 leather and 3 sugarcane. And while 21 sugarcane is a bit of a problem, certainly wouldn't be as not as bad as trying to get 21 leather would have been. Let's see, anything around here? Nope. No cattle yet. Well, it'd be a bit of a problem if there aren't any cattle. There's always the possibility of getting it from a village, though usually I prefer not to get things that way. Ah, a pumpkin! Alright, so now I just have to carve the thing. I don't know what this thing is doing here. Well, that was a weird... Oh, uh-oh. Oops, daisy. Well, as to the question of whether or not there are pillagers and the like in this particular week, there are most definitely are. Actually, oh, we're in a taiga now, which means that, let's see, how are we doing so far in our northward journey? Minus 300. We're getting closer to the end there. What is it I needed from a taiga? Oh, berries. Yes, berries. So I should get onto the ground then so that I could find some berries, preferably without running into another ravager. Because those things are a bit of annoyance. Alright, that's just in case I needed anything from there. Alright, that's enough for two tools. And that should be even more useful when or I should say I'll be able to get a lot more of it without any too much trouble when it gets to be nighttime, since I, of course, have my usual trip underground. 800, it is, oh, minus 400. Yeah, we have made it that way, so it's time to head off in this direction. Maybe we could find a... Yikes! A berry bush before it's nighttime. Alright, oh, good, good. I did not fall into that nasty, nasty, nasty place. Let's see, some mutton here because the wolves obviously were killing the sheep. So the mutton could come in handy when I head down for the night. I will be able to cook that up and have a little something to eat. Nothing. Oh. No, not that. Wrong button. Alright, there's a berry. Good. Very good. Actually, I'll take a few more. That way I could have something to munch on if need be. So I better make sure I don't munch on all of it, because I do want to save that one piece for later. Now, how do I get up this hill? Well, grab a little bit more of that before I head up. And I want to head to the... Oh. Alright, there we go. Now this is... Okay, we still got a bit while left. So yeah, I'm heading east. Remember which direction I'm heading in. And actually, before I do that, 624, I need to get to minus 300. So I got a few more blocks to go. Yikes. Oh. What I'm surprised about is I found a pumpkin so quickly, because usually pumpkins are one of the last things that I find. Oh. Iron. Yeah, this looks like a promising place, but maybe I could... Right. Let's see, how is this going to be? Would this be a good night spot? Oh, I don't like it when I do that. Alright. Alright, there we go. Now we can... Okay, well, yeah, this looks like a nice, promising place for the night. Let's see. Well, that's obviously full of water, since no other reason I could think of that it'll be full of squid. So what I'll do is I'll find a nice place here for the night. Actually, oh, Boy, I was almost afraid it was going to turn into turn uh, turn into flint. When I did put it down that bit, I had exactly 4 on that. So let's see. Let's start to make our tools and all. How about if we make our... Alright, so that'll do for now. Let's see, we want to first make a crafting bench, and then we are going to be wanting a few sticks. Oh. Now let's put the bench down wherever oh, I got 9 of those. Alright. Well, that was... oh. Oh, I see what it did. When I was trying to make the sticks, I made 2 more crafting benches instead. Alright, that was silly. So I suppose not all that unusual for pine leaf. Let's see, let me do that. And let's do that. And we can also throw in a... I don't think we have a great need for a hoe, but just in case, I'll put that there. Let's get a furnace. I should have made that first. Well, there's the question of what I use for fuel in there. Let's see. How about we start out with... Oh, actually, gotta... Oh, I'm trying to remember what all I need in order to do it. Actually, let's do this. Put that in there. Start out with making a little charcoal. Let's see. I've got... Well... Not the best food in the game, but oh well. Okay. It's outright the worst food in the game. Alright, good. But it'll get my health up a little bit, I'm hoping. And this is done. Alright, good. What I want to start out with is cooking this. Then I'll plop in the iron as soon as that's done. And what else do I need? Oh, I do have a few berries. Oh, yeah, but I don't want to eat the berries too quickly because I don't want to give myself the temptation to eat all of that. So we're going to need a lot more of that. We need to find the cattle. I don't need the wool for anything. But somehow I've managed to... Okay, where did I put the iron? Right over here. Ah, good. Now... Alright, that'll be a little bit better. Now, let's see if we can find some. I'll be needing more iron, I think. Because, see, I need shears. I need... Right, I'll be needing shears. I'll be needing... Well, I need to get gold on the thing. Now, concerning spells, I have a standard loadout that I have, which each of them has certain situations which I use them under. There was a new spell that was added called Annihilation, and I'm sure if you watch Badheart's version of this, he will promptly be using it because it sounds like just the type of spell that he would just love trying to use. But as you can notice, I am not using that spell. I have never been one for using offensive spells. I tend to avoid combat when I have it, and I use an axe when I can't avoid the combat. So it looks like even if that piece of gravel I had earlier had turned into a that if the gravel had turned into flint, I would still have been able to be fine. Okay, now I'm trying to see if I could get a piece of gold. Not mandatory that I get that tonight, but it may prove to be useful if I do it quickly. Not too sure I really want to run into those guys. So, told you I tend to avoid the combat when I can. So going after a combat spell isn't all that much. In fact, I only take the combat spells that currently exist in the challenge. Not a single one of my spells is a combat spell. You can use, and I have used lava as a combat spell, but I have it mainly as a utility spell. Now I think the Annihilation spell to me feels like an improved version of the Harm spell. Now, I think there are some things that Harm can do that probably Annihilation can't, but I suspect that if a choice between Annihilation and Harm, I would probably choose Annihilation. Now, Ed said he did add something new called a Shrine, where you could change your loadout if for some reason you come across this thing. If you find it, you could gain the ability to change your loadout. But there's only one shrine on the map, so it's going to be rather low odds of me finding one of those things. So I'm not going to depend on finding one of them. Now it looks like I'm not going to depend on finding gold here because I am down at gold level. I figure I can go until the pickaxe runs out. And I think that'll be just perfect for what I want to do now. Let's see what we've got here. Now, since I'm low enough for gold, if I find a cave this time, I will try it. Actually. Oh boy, now that's useful. Okay, good. Oh, nice. Yeah, because I do need to get some of this. And that's the one thing that I was most worried about was the lack of any of this. Now, unfortunately, I can't do any digging in between since I just don't have a pickaxe anymore. All right, I think it's getting pretty close time to do this particular episode, so I'm going to head back up and grab the iron that I have. Oh, I still have to decide what to do with it. Obviously, I'm going to get some shears because I need some shears for the acacia leaves. Oh. Whack! All right, that was not the... but it's definitely typical. There you go. Now we've got our pickaxe. Good. Not pickaxe, I mean, I actually make... Oh, that's right. That was the pickaxe that I was talking about. Yes, I have here shears. So we got the shears I need. All right, good, because I need that for the We could use the shears on the pumpkin, but oh, and that is the end of the episode. So I will see you next time where we are going to go out looking for some cattle. And actually, since I have to wait for this, how much do I got left? Oh, only one more. All right. I was wondering, should I wait to get a shield first or not? Since this is off here, I'm just going to grab this, grab that, grab this, and we are going to be on our way. We return for the next episode of Mage Rage for April 2021.